Hey everybody, time for a vlog update and a review. So, things aren't working out too well with my editor, sadly. Just found out that apparently I can no longer use video from my phone on my editor because claims that QuickTime or Apple or whatever just isn't properly installed or isn't working, so I can't use or import video onto my editor anymore. So that's kind of annoying. So now I gotta shoot all of it via the video camera if I want to import it properly. It's kind of annoying. And on top of that, the game that I was going to review, I did probably about an hour's worth of recording or so, and even though the footage is fully viewable, editor can't take it without crashing. So sometimes I hate trying to do this shit, and I'm very tired. It's been a very long last couple of days, but I'm gonna try and re-summarize my thoughts for Eliosi's Hunt. This is a PlayStation 4 indie game. Goes for about $4 or $5. It says in the description that it's kind of based around Metal Slug style of arcade shooting, whereas that was a side-scroller that had, you know, weapon power-ups and of course the titular tank, and was overall a pretty damn good fun, you know, little arcade shooter action game. This tries to be the same vein, but also has platforming in it, and this is more 3D style, and I don't like it. Here's why. You have a targeting reticle that, you know, is meant to, because it's a twin stick style shooter, only your aiming is constantly off. Like, there are so many parts when your aiming reticle is right on the target, but your shooting is always like off from where the reticle is. And so because of that, you have to try and compensate for it constantly, which makes boss fighting and then shooting at enemies that might be too far away from you or even off screen might be difficult at times to actually even know if you're even hitting them. And the one-hit death thing at times is kind of annoying, and that's another thing. The game is very inconsistent about how many hits you can take. I mean, when you start out, you can take 3, but once you've died and then respawned, you can then only take 1 hit unless you apparently destroy these barrels that'll give you more health. And whenever you pick up a new weapon or a new upgrade or anything like that, they're only temporary. So, because in Metal Slug, I remember that whenever you picked up a new weapon, you had it until you died. So, I don't really like that aspect, and a lot of the other weapons really don't feel too good. Like, I picked up this really powerful bazooka that I needed because it would insta-kill some enemies, but it was so damn slow, and trying to aim with anything is a pain in the ass, you know, but yeah, apparently there's that. And what was also kind of annoying, I mean, I don't have the footage for it, I believe, was there was a double jump ability that, again, is also temporary. There's also a jetpack, which is temporary. It's only used for this one little platforming section. And you really only need the double jump for this one part, because I'm guessing the devs realized that when they made this part of the level, they made it hard for you to get back to where you were. Because what happens is, you jump off of this ledge, you know, and you go off into this other little area to kill these other dudes and destroy this like power grid that will open up a door in another part of the level, but you can't get back up because the ledge is too high, and so you need the double jump in order to do it. But even when I got the double jump, firstly, I wasn't sure if I was even going the right way. Turns out I was. I just wasn't jumping high enough to be able to get up there, because it was too much to add, I guess, a ledge grabbing animation. So, yeah, there's that. And a lot of the platforming I really don't like. You also have a dash ability, which is really only good for combat. It's not very good for trying to use it in platforming, because it only sprints you ahead maybe like a couple of inches or so. I mean, the only time that this game was really fun was when you would get into these like big arena areas and you could just run around and you were shooting at other enemies. That was really the only time that the game was actually pretty fun, and that's very limited too. I mean, hell, when the second level starts out, you know, the door opens and you are immediately rushed by these dogs that just rush at you. I mean, thankfully they all only take one hit, but so do you at this point too. And so that was just very annoying. And then even after you take care of them, you go into the room and you activate several more cages of dogs that run at you. So it's constantly kind of, you know, it's a thing where you just have to learn, okay, so this is what's in here, and that doesn't really make it any fun, really. At least the game has checkpoints. Oh yeah, and the game crashed on me as well, only once, but yeah, and I don't have the footage for it, sadly. But yeah, this wasn't a very fun game. It's like they really just should have cut out the platforming and just made it all about the action shooting. You know, and they really didn't need the upgrade system, which really didn't make any sense, because even after I finally did it, I didn't feel any better, because I only had like 1 point for something, and I think I put it into jumping or dashing, I can't remember. But yeah, this was not a very good nor a very fun game. It was fun in small spurts, but the platforming sucks. The shooting feels incredibly inaccurate. The game looks nice, but that really doesn't say very much, because I don't really need stunning graphics in order to be impressed. I need good gameplay, is what I need. Well, everybody, hope you've enjoyed. Please click the like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. I would really appreciate it. All my links are in the description down below for my Patreon, my channel, my Twitter. See you guys next time.